can't really have a success in life if you don't have a routine, right?
Mhm.
So my routine is everything. Waking up around like 6:15. I gotta start my day off with a win. So what do? I actually play rock, paper, scissors with my French bulldog and I win every damn time. He has a paw. He never wins. So I'm already in the mentality, I'm about to win the day.
I
Like I
love
have
it.
no choice but to
Love
win the
it.
day, right? So
Easy win, but I'll take
yeah.
it.
Yeah, man, I'm excited, and again, I'm very appreciative of the opportunity.
Yeah, man.
I can never forget when you had spoke, you and Arturo had spoke, down here in Tampa, and it was just like you were making the most sense by saying the simplest stuff, and I'm just like, bro, like I'm overcomplicating the business way too
No
much.
shit.
So,
I
but
love it. I
yeah,
love it. I
again,
don't
you
even
had a
remember what
huge
I talked
impact
about
on.
there. The one in Florida with the couches. We all sitting on the couch.
No, 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 no. This
What
is
was
when
this
we
one at?
what's the guy that owns Kaboom? What's his name?
Cody. It was a
Cody.
Cody event. Got
Yes.
it. Okay.
So it was that, and like you were really just breaking down like how you grown your organization to
Yeah,
do what
yeah.
it does, and you was just like, if I have a brand new person, I'm gonna teach them this one line, and you're gonna say that one line perfectly until then, and
Yeah,
then
yeah.
after that we'll move on to the next step. But I'm not gonna give you a whole script and expect for you to just perfect it. Like I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I remember it like it was yesterday. So you
I
had a
love
huge
it.
impact on me for sure.
You know what's funny, bro?
What's that?
There's a lot, not I won't say there's a lot of people. There's some people who hate that
I don't know why. It works.
because they think it's mean to not give people everything they want when they want it.
Right.
And I'm
And
like,
yeah, that's not it though. Like it's more to it. It's more to it. So
yeah, I
it like
love
I
it.
said, it connected with me. So
When was that event? Do you remember?
it was this year. I want
It
to say
was okay.
April or May of this year.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So what's changed since then implementing that? And now you just got me shit curious.
Yeah, no, no, no.
Anna's been recording already, so this might just become part of it, bro.
Hey, listen, I'm all for it. I 1,000% like the main focus for me has just been literally just keeping it super simple. So when I am bringing on a new person, like I'm like, all right, I wouldn't necessarily say I'm doing line by line, but I'm like, all
Yeah,
right,
yeah, I
page,
get it.
here's page one. You focus on that, and then we'll come back tomorrow. And if you crushed it and you know it, then we can move on to page two. But until you get this, we're not moving forward. So it kind of
Yeah,
drives them internally to be like, all right, I want to get this so I can move forward and get to
yeah,
actually selling and whatnot. So it's helped out a lot to keep everything very simple instead of trying to, fluff it up and make it look sexy. Like sales isn't necessarily the sexiest thing in the world, but
yeah,
as
yeah.
long as you do what you're supposed to do, you can win.
Yeah. Does it feel better, like less emotionally draining in some way? Like, how's it feel doing it different for you?
It does. It's still taking some time to get used to though, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm
Hell
used
yeah.
to like
100%.
literally just
Yep.
like, hey, let's get
Thanks,
to
bro.
it. But I'm not all the way there yet, right? Like I
Yeah.
first to admit that. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely taking the emotions out of it for sure.
Yeah.
Now
Does
you
it
don't have to go ahead.
when you started selling? Because I saw some of your sales. I know you sell a shitload of insurance.
Yeah.
I saw you just had
Appreciate
100K
it.
month. I saw you
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
leaderboard, which is
Appreciate it.
which is dude. I live in such a wild world because I've been doing this a minute now. I'm like
Yeah.
the old man in the industry now, which is weird as shit.
Right.
But like, yo, 100K in a month, and you were number 10 or something.
Which
You know
is
what I mean?
crazy.
Like,
It's crazy.
like
Doesn't
where
even
do we
make sense.
work, bro?
Right.
It is insane. But did you let me ask you this to make my point? Did you come out of the gate killing it, or did you have to figure some shit out along the way?
Great question. First 2 months I was killing it. Well, in my eyes, I was
Yeah,
killing it.
yeah,
I
yeah, yeah,
did
yeah, yeah.
26,000, then I did 23,000 my second month, but it was
Okay.
all warm market. So that
Got it, got
third
it, got it,
month,
got it, got it.
yeah,
So
that third
different.
month,
Yeah. So you know how like when you're trying to figure out working leads
yeah,
and like maybe you're good with people, right? But
yeah,
like figuring out the lead flow and then figuring out, all right, which carrier? Oh shit. Which do they do a e-signature? Do they do a text signature? Oh damn, I don't remember. Can they use a
right,
credit card here? Can I not use a credit card here? Damn, do they take whatever? Diabetes, do all the things where it's a little clunky.
right,
Remember that feeling?
yeah.
That's what you're feeling on the agency side. It's the same thing.
Mm, okay,
Does that make sense? And
yeah. I'm
as you
trying to
play
figure it
that
out.
out,
Got you.
you'll know exactly how the e-app works. You'll be like, yeah, Mary, click the link. It's right below the second sentence. You open it up. There'll be a yellow box on the top left. Click right there. And you know exactly how it works.
Right,
But the beginning, you're like, you know what I mean? You're kind of flying blind.
Exactly.
a little bit. It feels weird. It's uncomfortable a little bit, but it works. It's
Right.
just where now I bet you do it. You fly through an app.
Oh yeah, of course.
Same concept. You know what I mean? Now it don't make the shit go away, just like for you.
Right, right. Nah, that is a fact. I do know that. I do know that. This is my first time necessarily building teams, but it's my first time in insurance, and telesales is completely
Yeah.
different. You know what I'm saying? Than face to face.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's been a learning curve, but it's definitely something that I'm 1,000%,
Hell yeah.
trying to learn, and I'm not gonna stop until I master it.
What's your team at now?
As far as team production right now, we
Paid.
fluff anywhere. Say it again.
Yeah, paid. Issue paid. Where y'all at?
Issue pay, yeah, we're fluffing anywhere between like 125 and like 160 a
Okay.
month. So
Cool.
terrible.
Yeah. But you're the weight of it right now.
Yeah, well, if we include me, then we're probably more
Oh,
like,
that's outside of you.
yeah,
That's
I
outside of
should
you.
say if we're doing, yeah, I'll probably say more
Good.
like 250 to 270.
250. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. That's strong. I ain't
yeah.
mad at that, dude.
Trying,
Yeah.
trying.
How many people
Right now, active agents, I have 10.
selling? Okay.
Yeah,
Shit.
10.
Okay.
Yeah,
So they're 15K plus a month
yeah,
average. Too.
yeah.
That's good. Good for you.
Yep.
That's good stuff. How long you been in the business?
2 years.
2 years. Okay.
Yeah,
What'd you sell last year? Hall of Fame?
uh, yeah, it was Hall of Fame 514, but I've already
14.
crushed that
Yeah.
this year.
You're already past that. Where you at now? You're already over five. What are you
Yeah,
at
I'm
now?
at 642. Yeah.
Were you gonna hit it or not?
See, that's the thing,
Gonna
right?
hit
Like,
it or not?
John, listen, this is the thing. I never even had intentions of coming in this year thinking
I mean, but now the question is, you know you can.
I definitely know I can. I'll say this much. I am making October my push month. So
You gonna try it? You
we're
can see what
buckle
it
up and
brings.
we'll see what happens. Yeah.
Okay. What are you pushing for? Do you have a number in mind you want to push to?
As far as
A paid production for October. You said you're gonna push in
oh
October.
yeah,
Do you
yeah,
have
yeah.
a number in mind or no?
Personal production, I want to hit
Yeah.
150. My highest
yeah.
is 132. So I want to hit 150 and I want my team to do three. So
I mean,
could
that
do it,
gets you
they
at
can
8.
match me. Yeah.
Yeah, that gets you at 8. Then you just
In
gotta
October
bang it
with
back
2
to
months
back,
left.
and
Right.
yeah,
It's possible. It's possible.
dude,
I don't know.
you got to keep me posted. I want to know.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, see,
I need like progress, dude.
I got you. I promise.
I love chasing it, and again, we were chasing stuff, but the numbers, dude, I'm telling you, I remember the first time I wrote $5,000 in a week. The team I was on, dude, they threw a parade like it was the best thing ever.
Right,
You know?
right. Listen, it's evolving, and it's crazy
Yeah.
how crazy it is nowadays.
What'd you do before?
So before this, I was doing solar. So I was doing I was a regional
yeah.
director
Mhm.
at Momentum Solar. So I started off in Dallas, Texas. That's where I'm from. And so I ended up getting a promotion to move out to Florida. And I was looking over all of Florida, Georgia, as well as Alabama as far as my region, and had to have one region for that. So again, system and processes is everything. So yeah, so did really good with that. Excuse me, but corporate America, I don't know. We just
Was it a salary job or a commission or both?
it was well, it was salary plus commission. So I got a 105 as far as my salary, and then I got commission on every single sale that took place. So it was cool, but
But you were managing all commission people, right?
correct.
Yes, 1099 also.
No, they were W-2.
They
They
were
still
W-2.
got like a small salary. It was nothing crazy.
Still, I mean,
Yeah.
you know how to manage the chaos.
Of course, it's,
little
it's
bit.
not easy.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
easy. I'm far from mastering that. But
Yeah.
yeah, being in corporate America, like we just, I don't know, like you can't tell me how much I'm worth as far as the pay. You know what I'm saying? Because I guarantee you I'm gonna show up every single day. I'm gonna work harder than anybody else that shows up. I'm gonna bust my ass. I'm gonna be the biggest student, and I'm gonna have the greatest attitude as well. Right? So like you can't put me in a box and say I'm only worth
Yeah.
this certain amount,
I
or
love
you
it.
can't tell me, hey, you can't take off this week, or you can't take off this weekend and go see your family, or whatever the case may be,
Yeah.
because I got a job to attend. So I was just like, I'm good.
How long did you do that?
Solar, I did it for 2.5 years.
No kidding. How old are you?
I'm 30. I just turned
Are
30.
you? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it. So 25-ish you were starting at. Got it.
Yeah.
Something like
Yeah.
that. Cool.
And then before that, I was doing well, I guess you could call it telesales, yeah, or whatever. So basically I was those guys that was in Walmarts and Best Buys and Sam's Clubs trying to sell you
Like
direct
phones?
TV and,
Yeah. Okay, DirecTV.
direct
Yeah,
TV
yeah.
and
Got
all that
it.
stuff. So yeah,
Yeah.
I came from learning from that. And I mean, if you know anything about that, like that's it's not easy. Like you're
There's
getting
rejection all day long.
face. Exactly. Like I never forget it. Like I wouldn't say
Yeah.
it's trauma, but it's like I still remember like people used to literally would see me and literally go down the other
Hell yeah.
way, even approach me. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Like,
What's the most how many do like the fake phone versus
yes,
the
all the
tech
time. All the time. All the time. Or just give you one of these. I'm like, yo, like, don't put your hand in my face. I ain't do anything to you. I
Man,
do my job. But yeah,
yeah,
they
it's
didn't care.
tough.
They did
Tough.
not care. Yeah.
I ain't never done that kind. Mm-mm.
I'm
I
glad
see
you
it
did.
though.
I was gonna
I
say,
run from the one that I don't do much shopping like that, so I don't run into them much. The
yeah.
ones that get me are the ones at the airport selling
Oh,
The Delta
yeah.
credit card guy. I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I
Yeah.
do that. I do that. I get the phone. I'm
Got
not,
to.
but I travel too much.
Listen, I feel
So
that same. So I
funny.
understand that. Thank God I got the American Airlines card, so I'm pretty solid.
So you played, I'm looking at, I didn't know that. I didn't even look at notes yet. So you played hoops, huh? You played
Yeah,
professional
yeah, yeah.
overseas. No shit. Cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
So
Where'd you play?
played college basketball in Nebraska, played at York University, and then also played a little bit in Barcelona. It was short. It was short lived. It was only like
Yeah.
7 months. But I I was just talking about this earlier on a different podcast, but like my biggest thing is like I know that that was my passion, but I was always taught to find your purpose in life, right? By my mom. I was raised by a
Yeah.
single
Yeah.
parent, so
Were you? Okay.
yeah, my mom,
Same.
she's the
Yeah.
goat. Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, I mean, passion is this, but like, I can't, there's only one LeBron James. So I'm not gonna be able to play forever. Like it's just not gonna happen. So, my passion ran pretty thin pretty quickly. And so I had my degree, so I wanted to get into the work field and be able to start doing all these different things. Come to find out, yeah, I didn't know what I didn't know until I started applying for jobs, and it wasn't that
Yeah.
easy to,
Yeah.
to get a job either. So found a sales job with, like I said, doing the
Uh,
TV and Xfinity, Spectrum, all that stuff, and fell in love with doing direct sales. And after that, pretty much never looked back. I've always been in sales ever since. I'm too competitive to be in like
yeah.
a
Yeah.
nursing job or a look. I can't do that. So
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
When you were in sports, like as there's levels,
right,
right? As the competition gets harder and harder,
of course.
and the people like you might have been great here. I'm trying to teach my son this.
Okay,
He's great here, but
yeah,
I'm like, when you get here, you're a little less great, and
yeah,
then here you're a little less great.
yep, yep.
When did you hit a wall where you're like, oh shit, these cats are different. They're doing something different than me.
1,000%.
What was that like?
It was college. I mean,
Okay.
it was tough, right? I came out of high school, averaging 25, 5, and 5, right? 5 assists and 5 rebounds a game. So I was the man, right?
Yeah.
Like jerseys hung up, I'm 1,000 point guy, all that stuff, right?
Crowds everywhere,
Yeah,
shit like
like
that.
like I'm that guy, but I was
Yeah.
also that guy just in Arkansas. So like
Yep. Yep.
nothing,
Yep.
right? So ended up going to college, and I remember my freshman year, I was brought in because I was going to be the backup to the our starting point guard. Now that was his senior year, so I was meant to come in, learn from him as much as possible, do what I need to do, and so you
Yeah.
know sitting there watching how he works and how just the rest of these guys works, because at that time I'm 18, these guys are 23, 24,
Yeah.
22, 21, like just
Yep.
older than me, so they're grown men. I'm like, I really got to put in some work and put on some weight, because
Yeah.
these guys are built different, like like so that was my first rude awakening then, where it's just like when you think you're at the top of your game, there's always somebody doing better than you. And so
Yeah.
I think that's where the being very humble came from
Yeah.
myself, because it's just like, yeah, like, okay, cool, I did 132, but like you just said, I was still like number 10. So like what the hell, right? Like, yeah, it might be great to me and it might be great to others, but I still got work to do, So
Yeah.
yeah, that I would definitely say when I went to college, it was a whole different experience where I knew I really had to tap into my inner self and grind way
Yeah.
harder than what I used to do in high school, because the stuff I was getting away with in high school, it wasn't flying with in college. Like I wouldn't play. So
For those of you that have followed me for a while, you know I've helped build this agency up to over $200 million in paid annual premium per year. We have over 5,000 agents a year that sell, and I am rebuilding. We're building a new base shop, helping people build big agencies, get to multi 7 figures in income, or producers that want to just sell and get to a multi 6 figure sales career. Hit me up. I'm hiring direct. I'm looking to train and mentor winners that want to work their ass off and build something dope. Click on the link below, or you can go to johnwetmore.com/join and put in your application. We'll see if I'd be interested in working with you. DM me, hit me up, whatever you like. So how are you in an office setting? Are you at the house, or how do you?
Yeah, I'm in my office. Well, in the house.
Are there a bunch of people? Okay, but there's not a bunch of people with you.
No, just me.
How do you gauge that same concept we just talked about in business? You know what I mean? Like, how do you know, dude? Do you work in like the? Granted, you're on the top. You're up there on the leaderboard, right? So something's. But how did you figure that out right away? Is that just you, or do you still like, how do you do that now?
Yeah, I think it's like it's been instilled in me so much to where it's like unconscious. Like I don't really think about it. It's just like I go out and I do it, right? Because like, I have a purpose now, which is like I just had my first child. He's one, and so it's like, you know, I'm doing everything for him. So there's no such thing as an off day. There's no such thing as I'm too tired to wake up and dial or make sure that I'm there for my team. Like I got too many people depending on me to just sit and just chill. So it's like, you know, my a couple of my guys have always asked me, they was like, when my last highest month was 97,000, and that was actually last July. Crazy how July must be my month. But they were like, bro, like, how did you just keep going? I was like, I didn't think about it. Like when you're in that zone, you're in that zone. I always kind of go back. Now, he wasn't my favorite player growing up. Allen Iverson was, but Kobe, like the way that he thought and the way that he just moved around and did things, it was just like you can't take that man out of his mentality once he's in it. And I feel like that's what I'm getting into. And I want to make sure that it's consistent to where it's not just me doing it, but I want to be able to coach and train my guys to be able to, not even if they don't have the same mentality, but have something similar to it, to where they could tap into something where they just go and they go and they go. It's a great thing whenever you pull your head up and you see like where you're at, how far you can.
You still at the top of your own team leaderboard, I assume, right? Given the numbers. Sure. So it's like it gives people something to chase, and 100%. It's like they can touch it. They're like, oh, it ain't just a dude on Instagram. Like I can call this cat. You know,
I'm right here.
Yeah, it does. You know, it's funny to see. You know, most of us did that early on in our groups. It's like, yo, we led for a while till eventually someone took over. You know, Zach took over in my group, and he was selling I sold like 460 my highest year. He came in, he started selling 700. Jeez, I'm like, Easton, 800, 900. Then I'm like, yo, all right, I'm gonna sit in the background.
Right. Like, let's take over.
You know, it's funny though. I'm messing with building a new base shop direct now, because most of my agency, they just run everything. I got so many good people. I get way too much credit. So we're building direct, and I'm trying to watch these newbies who don't know nothing about nothing. Yeah. And quite frankly, I don't know anything about the way y'all do it, because it's different today. Telesales, everything's electronic. I didn't do it that way. Right. So now I'm like, dude, I gotta lead this team. So I started selling a little bit. And the bumpy I was talking about earlier, the way I could explain that with the yellow button, I'm having to learn it again because I ain't never done that. I'm old school in the home paper apps, bro. Right. Some e-apps, but very little remote telesales.
Got you. But you'll figure out real quick. It's all the same.
Yeah. So with that, it's like, and what I always like to do on things like that is like, my goal is to teach people how to make a bunch of money. Right. I've just learned the more I do that, the more shit just works out in my favor. Right. So I just keep helping people figure it out. So it's like, if we want to teach people how to make 100K sitting in their home office, there's a lot of people, little 1-year-olds that say they want it. Right. You know what I mean? So what's it like to do it? What do you actually have to do? Schedule wise, wherever you want to start, whether schedule, lead flow, call, you pick. I mean, you do.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, you can't have any type of success. And I don't want to even just say that this is in, insurance. I want to say this is in life. Yeah. You can't really have a success in life if you don't have a routine. Right. Mm-hmm. So my routine is everything, which is, every single morning waking up around like 6:15, try to be in the gym by 6:30. And before I go to the gym, the first thing I'm doing, and I know this sounds crazy. Well, second thing is gonna sound crazy. First thing I do, obviously, I pray. I'm very religious, so
Okay. Dope.
you know, just get my mental right. After that, I gotta start my day off with a win. So what do? I actually play rock paper scissors with my French bulldog, and I win every damn time. He has a paw. He never wins. So I win, right? So I'm already in the mentality. I'm about to win the day.
I
Like I
love
have
it.
no
I
choice but to
love
win the
it.
day, right? So
Easy win, but I'll
yeah,
take
I
it.
should say he's crawling around here somewhere, Dior. But yeah, so I do that. And then, after that, once we go to the gym, I do what I got to do and I get back. I'm making sure I'm on the phones every single morning right at 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Why? Because again, the early bird gets the worm, right? And if I don't have any appointments, I'm dialing. So from 8 to 10, I'm dialing every single day. If not taking appointments, of course. And then, after my morning dial session, I do things that most people probably don't do.
Yeah.
Again, there's nothing wrong with that, but I literally take a break. I take a mental break. Why?
At 10?
Huh?
At 10?
Yeah, well, at like 10:30 or 11.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Just
yeah,
when
yeah,
whatever at that
yeah,
period. Yep, got
yeah.
it.
Whenever that period comes, and the reason why is just because I like to stay fresh. I like to
Yeah.
stay fresh as possible. So during that mental break, regardless if I'm playing with my son or if I'm running errands, whatever, I'm still posting on social media. I'm reaching out to my warm markets. I'm sending out mass text messages, just doing all types of things, still
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
be productive and maximize the day as much as possible. And then around that 12 to 2 range, I'm back dialing or I'm helping out my team, whichever one is needed, or I'm taking a
That one you?
course. Yeah, that's me.
Dope.
Yeah, yeah, appreciate it. I'll make sure I follow you back right now too.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, so do that, and then from 5 to 8 is go time, right? I always like to say those are prime hours, but in all reality, every
Really?
hour of
Okay.
the day is prime hours for real, because somebody's gonna answer at some point. So you just
How
gotta.
are you doing that mental deal? Just whatever you want from that 10 to 5 till all the way to 5. What time do you
No, 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 no. My mentor is from 10 to 12.
got
Like
it? Okay,
10 to 12.
cool.
It's
Yep.
short,
Yep.
but I just want to refresh myself.
Yeah.
Because
Amen with that.
sometimes you don't start off the morning the best, and there's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
wrong with that. But I
Yeah,
preach
buddy.
attitude all the time, and like how you got to be able to safeguard your attitude. So yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
your morning might not go great, and quite frankly, you might not get nothing until the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour, but like at night. But you got to have the right mentality,
Yeah.
same
So you
excitement.
ain't sulking 10 to 12. You're doing stuff that's gonna fill you
Yeah, of
that
course,
period
a
of
thousand
time. So
percent.
it's yeah, this is
Got
dope.
to. Yeah, yeah, you got to. So do that. And then, like I say, from 5 to 8, that's go time. Get after it. Then I try to at 8 o'clock, I try to shut it down and have
Okay.
family time after that. And then rinse and repeat and do it again the next day.
Sick. You said earlier, what's your mix of like what are you running and how are you dialing? Do you have dialers? Do you get how many pre-booked? Like how's the logistics of your appointments work?
Yeah, so I feel like I actually do need $1. I'm glad you brought that up because I've been thinking about that for the longest.
So you're doing 100K plus on your own pen straight by yourself.
I'm doing it. Yeah, like yeah, like I don't need help. Well,
Hey, dude,
would
that
be
should they
nice,
should
but
have they should take the leaderboard, bro. You should petition for this. Take the leaderboard and be like, who has a dialer, who don't.
right, right.
I'm
Not for
just saying,
I definitely don't have $1 at
get
all.
you a little asterisk if you got a dialer.
Facts, facts. Yeah, absolutely. So,
I ain't mad at a dialer,
right.
but dude, 100K on your own pen ain't on your own fingertips dialing and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah. So,
Sick.
I run, a
Good for
tour
you.
of leads. So I run AJCs. I run Infinity Box and I also run, Leads for Life. Leads for Life is just like my own, I wouldn't say it's my own lead source, but it's just like a lead source where they do trucker IUL. So I'm doing three different
Oh
lead
yeah.
sources. And, yeah, I mean, I'm spending anywhere between 20 to 25K a month in
Okay.
leads.
Hell yeah.
But
So
I
you're
also, send out leads to some of my teammates as well. So it's coming back in a return, but I mean, you got to spend in order to make. So
hell
I'm just a
yeah.
firm believer in that. Just like when you're trying to grow your organization, if you don't have new recruits coming in once a week, then you're not really building an organization because you always got to keep something fresh coming down the pipeline.
Sure.
It's the same thing. It's the same motto. So
Hell yeah. Yeah.
um, so yeah, I do all three. Now with a Toro, of course, we get, we can get some appointments already booked based off of our Calendly. But of course, some show, some don't. Who
Yeah.
cares? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying, you got to
Yeah.
keep going. So that's the only like appointments I really get unless I'm dialing in the morning and
What percentage are pre-booked versus your booking? Rough ballpark.
pre-book,
How many?
I'll
Like how many
probably
are you
go.
looking for a day or a week? How's that like?
As far as like on a daily basis, I need at least 10. If I have 10 booked
A 20.
appointments,
Okay.
I'm for sure gonna at least close 3 to 4, 3 to 5,
Okay.
more than
Okay.
likely.
Okay.
As long as
So
I can get
you're
on the phone, it's a wrap.
yeah. And how many of those are you booking versus pre-book? Rough.
Absolutely. So I would probably say it's a 60-40 split, 60% pre-booked,
No
40%
shit.
me.
Hell yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's strong.
Girl has a really good system, going
Yeah.
for that. So
That's strong. So
yeah.
if 10 book, how many show? Half or better?
Nah, it's about anywhere between 30 to 50%.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Dig it.
So,
Yeah.
and like I said,
Sick.
if they do show and they give me the time of the day, it's hard to say no to
How
try.
do you deal with it from a strategy standpoint? Do you book close together? Do you double book? Like how do you connect the dots to make
If
sure you're not sitting around doing nothing?
Yeah, if I'm booking, I
Yeah.
double book on purpose. Why? Because every
Mhm.
appointments lead to disappointment. So I'm just being real, right? So like at the end of the day, like I'm not here
I've
to
never heard
like
that one. I
pray.
love it.
For real, I'm not here to pray and hope that an appointment will show up. No, like I'm just gonna double book, and I'd rather somebody be mad at me for not showing up than I'm just sitting here on my what and not
I
doing.
agree 100%. I
Yeah.
always said, yo, they no show us with no problem.
So
I'm
why can't
playing
we?
their game.
Why can't we? Right?
Yeah.
Like
I'm the same
I'll get
way,
back
dude.
to
I love
you
it.
if
Yeah, yeah.
if it means a lot to you. I'll get back to you. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah. I love
yeah, I
it.
agree with it.
Crazy. So 25K a month in leads. How many leads you working a week? Again, ballparks, because I know it varies and all
I
these
said, say,
moving
John,
parts.
if I told you a number, I probably wouldn't even know. I would probably say anywhere between 100 to 200, I guess. I
You
guess.
just got so many leads coming out your ears. There's
I'm
always
just
someone to call.
literally, yeah, I'm literally like I could show
Yeah.
you all my freaking
How,
stuff right
how do
now.
you organize it?
The way I try to organize it is each day I'm doing like a different lead source. So
Okay.
Monday, a Turo, Tuesday, Infinity Box. Wednesday is still a Turo as well, but I throw in leads for life because leads for life are small, right? Like
Got
the
it.
trucker leads, they don't, and they're not the best leads in the world, but truckers do need life insurance at the end of the day.
Sure.
So I sprinkle those in, but I just keep alternating back and forth from a Turo
Got it.
day, Infinity Box the next day.
Are they like in one CRM or do they all go to
No,
one
I
place or
got like 4 CRMs. So pray for me. Go High Level hate seeing me come around because I got all types of emails.
why you got four?
Well, because I don't want to integrate all of them into one.
So each,
Then
yeah.
I'll
What
freak
else do you use? Use GHL. What else?
that's it. I only
They're
use
all in GHL. They're all
yeah,
separate
yeah,
GHLs.
but
Got
they're
it.
all
Got it. Got it.
different
Got it.
sub
Yep.
accounts.
Separate sub accounts. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 So
I love GHL. I mean, we use it for a ton of shit.
hell yeah, it's good.
That's cool.
It's good. I love it, and you could have the automations. You could set it up to where mass text will go out. Like I say, I freestyle a lot of stuff as far as like the mass text, but it's a clear structure of what I try to
Do
do
you?
on the days that
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it, and I just make it happen.
Are you getting in there and playing with some of the marketing yourself? Setting up some
Just now
text.
starting to do that.
Are you? Okay.
I'm
Hell yeah.
just now starting to do that.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Hell
like,
yeah.
I actually want to start doing self-gen leads.
Do you?
So yeah, I'm getting a little excited about that because it's just like, I want to be able to provide something for the brand new people that are coming in.
Sure. Yeah.
Not necessarily at the highest rate. Like you gotta be making some money in order to afford a tour
Hell
of,
yeah. Yeah.
leads or infinity
Hmm.
box. So I want to make it to where it's like, good for them to start off at, and then we can make a transition later.
Yeah. Yeah. What's the Infinity Box lead? What are they? IUL leads too?
Yes, you can
It
do
is. Got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's dope. I
Yeah.
love it. I love it. Sick. So how do you get new agents started? Because, dude, everyone at the top of the game always is like, dude, I just spend more than everybody else. It's not that fucking deep.
Yeah.
So you're spending four to five G's a week.
Yeah.
Spend $800 a day.
Faithfully.
So someone gets started with you. How do you get them there?
So
Or are you only looking for people that got the money? You know what I mean? I'm
nah,
assuming not.
no, because then I'm limiting myself. So what I typically do, my main focus is when I'm starting somebody brand new, and let's say they don't really have the most experience in telesales or life insurance in general, I'm starting them off on shitty leads. Excuse my language, but I am. And the reason why is because I want to see, do you really can you put
100%, bro.
like can you take 100 no's? Can you take nobody answering the phone for a day straight, 2 days straight? If you
Like
can do that on the
suicides at the
final
beginning
expense,
of practice, bro.
come on, man. Right. So like, with the final expense leads, like I buy just, cheap ones, they're $2, $3 a pop.
Got it.
I'll
Just throw it
spend
at them.
$1,000 at them. Let's go. Let's see what you can do. And
That's
if they
cool.
can pull one or two or even three out of that, oh, I'm excited because I know how rough those leads are. Like they're
Hell
no
yeah.
joke. But
Hell yeah.
I preempt my guys every time they come in. Like, listen, you're about to work shitty
It
leads.
is what it is. Yeah.
I want to see what you're made of. I want to see where your
Yeah.
mental is at. And
You,
if you
you know
can
what I
fail, then great. Oh,
you
good.
know what I found helps when you add to them, because like it is cool being honest about what it is,
Yeah.
right? But also I've learned people, as you said, struggle with mindset stuff.
Right.
So it's like we tell them this shitty is good, but then sometimes they fucking tell themselves how shitty it is.
Mm-hmm.
So the piece I added to it that is 100% true. Most of those leads were worked by a shitty agent before you're getting them. So they're shitty, yes, because they're old, and certainly they probably bought a good amount of them probably bought insurance somewhere else by now.
Right.
But the reality is, some shitty agent worked them. There's some in there ain't nobody talked to. You just got to find them. And so the delivery of it is like,
it's completely different.
yeah, yep.
If I say that it's a shitty lead,
Because it is a shitty
word
lead.
it.
I ain't mad that you say it's a shitty lead. I say it's a shitty lead too, but let's define what a shitty lead is.
Right.
Because if you don't define it, they're going to define it. And that's the danger. If they define it in their own way, does that make sense?
it makes a lot of sense because it's like I said, it's almost coming off like I'm the negative one instead of me turning this into a positive, talking about hey, this was
You're trying to do it as a positive. You probably even deliver it as a positive.
but it's not
The variable is you don't know how they receive it.
right. That makes a lot of sense.
So
I need
yeah,
that was
yeah.
good.
Some receive it well, but a lot don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you know what happens sometimes they go home to their girl and they're like, here's me working these shitty leads. Whew, rough day. Shitty leads, rough day. You have a bad day. You go, shitty leads? Must have been. Oh, or did you have a shitty schedule today? You know what I mean? It could you can't I just I used to run into it a lot and they'd say shit to me sometimes. I'm like, God, I gotta word this. Just again, think presentations.
Right.
You tweak something in a presentation so it's received different. It's like, oh, it clicks better for a client.
1,000%.
Yeah. Well,
That's good. I needed that. John. I appreciate
there you go. Ad lib a little bit.
Come on now. Yeah.
That was a good one. That one helped me a lot, though. Honestly, it was. It just came to mind. It's not something I think about a lot, but.
Got you.
What up, insurance agents? If you're looking for a roadmap on how to win in this industry, check out the book I wrote about a year ago. Do more now, get better later. Check out the reviews here somewhere. My team's putting them on. I'm getting tons of great feedback about all the people it's helped. Appreciate those of y'all that have bought it. Appreciate all the reviews that are going out. If you're new to following me or the industry, check out the book and get it in your hands now. But yeah, I dig it, dude. So, and one other thing you said, you're booking, you're not, are you doing many one call closes? I guess on the pre-booked appointments.
Yeah, 1,000%. The pre-booked appointments, but then again, if I have to dial and I got to get in the trenches, then yeah, I'm definitely, doing a lot of one call closes. But again, there are some people where they just like, no, you call me at a bad time.
Do you prefer one over the other? Does it vary or like?
I prefer one call close.
You do? Got it.
The reason why is just because, when a person knows, they know. Right. And so you can make, time for 10, 15 minutes for me to really go through the benefits of an IUL, then, that shows me that you're really interested. Sometimes a lot of people don't like one call closes because they feel like it's too quick of a sale. And that's cool too, but I've always been a fan of a one call close.
Yeah. I like, I'm playing again. You put me in a house, dude. It's a different game.
Yeah. Facts.
So I'm learning to play the game remotely. And I like the one call close better because I played booking some appointments and I'm like, dude, they're on the phone.
Right.
So I like playing it. Let's go for it. Unless I feel like I can't, then I'll pull out and schedule if I need to. Yeah. Like they're sitting in the grocery store or something. I'm like, maybe not.
Right.
But I dig it, dude. It's pretty sick. Give us some tips on the phone, dude. What have you learned? How do you deal with all the shit that everyone deals with? You know what I mean? And again, and kind of let's go through the progression of a phone call.
Yeah.
But I would love, especially from the beginning, that's the hardest part.
Right.
Getting them to pick up. How do you get them to pick up, bro?
Listen, just keep dialing. That's what I'll say. Of course, like if it's like a pre-booked appointment and they don't show the first 2 times I call, I'll text them, right? Like, hey, is this IUL call important to you? Does it work every single time? No, but some people will respond and be like, hey, yeah, call me at this time, or hey, I have to reschedule X, Y, and Z, whatever the case may be. But once you're able to actually get them on the phone, keeping them on the phone is not that hard. You just
Yeah.
you gotta come with a tonality. I feel like that you know what you're talking about, but you're confident in that the person is going to stay on the phone, right? If you
Yeah.
come in kind of shaky and nervous, I feel like that kind of automatically puts you in like a sales mentality, and where it's like they're like, oh, I'm not talking to this person, hang up. Now, have I had the phone hung up on me plenty of times? 1,000%. Like it still happens to this day. I haven't mastered that. However, when it comes to being able to get somebody on.
Is it fair to say that still happens every day you're on the phone?
Yes, of course.
Thank you.
Like, Sensei, that's a part of the game, though. Like
Yeah.
you have
I
no
think
choice.
some people are confused though. That's all. I think some
Uh,
people think it goes away eventually.
it never goes away. I just got cussed out this morning. Literally, just got cussed out this morning because I called a woman and she had just got off work and she was ready to go to bed. So it's like, how was I supposed to know that? And
Yeah.
he said, "Don't call my effing phone no more." Okay, yes, ma'am. I'm gonna put you in the CRM and it's gonna start dripping you. Anyway, so
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
like,
Dude, I had one that answered yesterday.
uh-huh.
That was like she asked if I was calling about the veterans final expense insurance. She's like, "Are you calling about the vet final expense insurance?" I was like, "Yeah." And then she went off on me.
Jesus.
I was like, "It is what it is. Keep it
Hey,
moving."
that's part of the game. It's part of the game. So yeah, once I get
Anyway,
somebody on
yeah,
the
that's
on
right.
the on the phone though, my main focus is just talking to them, making sure that they understand why I'm calling, right? So I always like to explain who I am, what I'm doing, and why I'm here, right?
Pick one and and do it.
Simple as
Whichever
that.
one you want. Yeah.
Simple as that. So once I do that and I'm able to get them on the phone, then my next thing is I want to really be able to put them in a position where I outline how this conversation is going to go,
Hell yeah.
right? And I want to
Can
know,
you do the beginning part? Can you do it out? Like
yeah, yeah, yeah,
say it's an IUL, say it's pick one. I don't give a shit.
yeah, yeah.
And just
We
do
can
your
role
quick
play.
little
Yeah,
just
yeah,
do a
we
quick
can role
little.
play. All right, ring, 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 ring.
Hey, how
John,
that?
what's going on, brother? How are you?
Good. How you doing, bro?
Listen, I'm blessed. No complaints. I woke up this morning. So, but listen, sorry. This is Trey Howe, Senior Vice President down here at the Turl Johnson Consulting. I was reaching out because you had saw our ad. It looks like it was yesterday, as a matter of fact. You saw our ad talking about the IUOs, and you put that your primary goal was financial freedom. You remember seeing that, correct?
Yeah.
Perfect, perfect. Well, listen, didn't want to be rude or disrespectful. Wanted to call and introduce myself first. Wanted to reach out because again, you put in this request, so you got a quick 10, 15 minutes to chat, correct?
I love it. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Perfect, love it. So, John, talk to me. What exactly was it that really sparked the interest for you? Again, you saw the ad. You said financial freedom is your goal. What was it that caught your attention?
Okay. Let's do that. Let's do this, Trey. What's the biggest thing you deal with right there in that little window right there?
That part right there.
Objections, BS, like what do you have to what do you got
If
to
I'm
get good at right
overcoming,
there?
yeah, if
Yep.
I'm overcoming anything, is I don't have the time.
Okay. Easy.
Cool. All right, you don't have the time. All right, so I like to
Schedule it.
respect people's time and schedule. So when would be a better time for me to reach out? But my
Okay.
biggest thing is verbiage, right? Like I always like to say, you do have 10 to 15,
You definitely did. Yes, I
right?
like the way you said it.
Yeah, and I always give them that like, hey, you do have 10 to 15 minutes, right? And they
Yep.
be like, yeah, or they'll be like, no. Either way it goes, there's no fluff behind it.
Whether it was booked or not, you say that.
Oh yeah. Well,
Hell yeah.
if it was booked, no, I'm
Then
going for the
you do
kill.
it. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah, I'm going for the kill.
yeah.
I'm not even asking, do you got 5 to 10
But
minutes
even if you get them on the phone first time off the rip, you're saying you got 10 or 15 minutes. I
every
assume you
time?
got 10 or 15. Yep.
That's
Hell
what
yeah.
I do.
I love
Yeah.
it. I like it. I
Yeah,
like it,
so
dude.
I'm always asking, you got 10 to 15 minutes, right? And then they'll be like, yeah,
Yeah.
sure. And then we go through it. And then, like I said, when after I hear what they got, as far as their goals and
Yep.
how I outline it, this is how I outline it, right? So I'm
Yep.
like, all right, perfect. So, first things first, I got 3 goals in mind for this call. And again, I want to know how my goals match up with your goals because this is all about you. It has nothing to do with me. But the first thing is this: I want to be able to educate you off of the IUL. Right, because number one, that's what you wanted to learn about. So my main focus is to go through the benefits, also go through the cons of what an IUL is, and make sure that it is still a product for you. Because in all reality, I could explain everything right now, and you could literally be like, Trey, I'm good. And guess what? John, I'm not gonna be upset about that at all. That's fine. Like you didn't waste my time. At least I was able to explain it to you, right? Like you got what you wanted out of this call. However, let's say it is something that's for you. Perfect. So if it is something that's for you, then what we're going to do is this. I am an insurance broker. I do represent over 20 A+ rating carriers. So I'm representing companies like, Mutual of Omaha, Americo, National Life Group, Fidelity, Transamerica Forces, Allstate, State Farm. The list could go on and on, right? So I represent all these companies, and what I'll be able to do is I'm going to be able to customize something strictly to what benefits you, right? So based off of how much coverage you want, based off of what you want to pay on a monthly, as well as who's going to give you the best chance of being approved, I have the ability to go find you options. So this is going to be a one-stop shop. Okay. So that's number two. The third and final goal for me is this. I have to make sure that you can get pre-approved for this type of policy. If this is something that's for you. Why? Because at the end of the day, they're not just handing out IULs to any and everybody. So, we'll fill out a free app, make sure we can get the pre-approval. And then, of course, if we do get the approval, then you'll be able to, let me know when you want everything to start. So, John, listen, how does those goals, fit within, what you wanted to accomplish on this phone call?
I love it. Let's do the same thing
lay it
when
out
you get there. Yeah, that's clear. You could not be more clear.
I can't. So when it comes time, and now we're customizing it in the later on in the conversation, and now we're also filling out the app. You can't say I didn't tell you this in advance. When I ask for your social, you know why. When I'm asking for banking information, you know why. Like I laid it out for you.
There. So, what percentage out of 10? What percentage say go? All right, perfect.
A solid 7 or 8. That's not me. That's not me hyping. Like a solid 7 or 8. Now, have I had people, go through?
It doesn't mean they buy though. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I get it. Yep. There's still. Hey, we still got more hoops to jump.
Exactly.
For sure. Yeah. I get it. I get it. So, what's the biggest pushback you get right there? On the 2 or 3.
I just wanted information.
Yep.
I just wanted information. That's fine. All right, perfect. I just wanted to make sure. So we can still go through the information. I have no problem with that. And then I'll still go through the information, because once I give you the information, it's still going to be hard for you to say no.
It's basically a yes either way.
Yes. I just need you to let me in the door. Like that was a smoke screen. I'm blowing through smoke. I'm not worried about that.
Yeah. And almost none hang up on you there.
No.
Yeah. So yeah.
If they're going to hang up, they're going to hang up within 30 seconds, or if they don't have a bank account. And
yeah.
And that's a whole different conversation. But yeah.
Dig it. All right, cool. What do you address next?
So after we get through that, then I'm diving into explaining what the IUL is and how it can benefit them.
Which you can, or whatever product you're selling.
Yes, or whatever.
Correct.
Right, because I also let them know. Too. Once I get done explaining the IUL, that again, you have to qualify for it, and what the main 3 things that they're going to be looking at. It's not credit. Right. This is life insurance. We're not talking about credit. But what they will look at is driving record, criminal history, as well as medical background. So if those all 3 check out, then great. There is a high possibility of you being approved for that. And then that's when I dive into asking about, how is driving record, how is criminal history, how is medical background. And that right then and there, that's when I'll know if I need to pivot and go to more of like a whole life or a term, which I don't really sell much term, but if I need to go to a whole life, or if I could stay on the path of an IUL. If I have to go a term, I'm still talking about a cash building policy, right? Where they're still able to gain. It's just not going to be 6 to 10%. Like it's not realistic at this point. And realistically, you're not going to get the highest in the world that you may have thought that you were going to get. But do you have coverage? You don't have coverage at all. Perfect. You have to leave this call with some type of coverage. You got kids depending on you.
So how do you I'm going to lay the groundwork, because I don't know exactly all the types you've sold since you've been here. You've only been remote telesales, right?
Correct.
Have you ever done mortgage protection or no?
I have done it, but it's not my
not your strength. Cool. I did a ton of it.
Yeah.
And one of the things we would run into is someone had wanted mortgage protection, and they'd be like 70, and they'd fill out one with like $300,000 mortgage.
Jeez.
Right. And in their head, they want the whole thing. They want 300,000 in coverage, but they're 70 and they had a heart attack 3 years ago, and they're in an all the stuff.
It's not going to happen.
So we had to also pivot. Right. And there was a way we would pivot.
Okay.
Right. And I would sell a mother F ton of quote unquote final expense product in that scenario. So I'm curious, when you said, if you got to pivot, what do you do if they're here, IUL, retirement, building cash? What's your pivot to a whole lot or something they can be eligible for? You know what I mean? How do you do it there?
The pivot is, like I say, I still hype up the fact that it's a cash building policy. You're just not going to have a high def benefit with it, unfortunately. And if they're just super unhealthy and we do got to go final expense, it's a little bit tougher to talk about the retirement piece. Typically,
Yeah.
talk about the retirement. I'm just straightforward about it. Like, listen,
Like you find out they had a heart attack 2 years ago. What do you,
yeah,
what's your approach?
I'm like, all right, cool. So we can probably still get you approved for a policy. Now it's going to be a lot tougher. And the reason why is
Yeah.
just because of your health conditions. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, there's no point in me
Yeah.
lying about that. Now,
Yeah.
as far as trying to get like an instant decision approval today, probably not likely for an IUL. We
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
one or two
Yeah.
things. I can either go the cash building policy, which is a whole life insurance policy, and you're still going to be able to build. It's just going to be a smaller range, so we can go that route. Or if you want to, we could still try to apply for IUL, and it could be a fully underwritten IUL.
Medical.
But
Got
then
it.
we could just go from there and see if they're going to approve you. And so I've had people that want to do the smaller policy, the final expense, but they still also want to do the IUL too,
To
like a
see.
fully
Yeah.
underwritten, so like a FNG or an NLG. And I will do that only just so they can see for themselves that they're not going to get approved. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's
Yeah.
does it take an extra 10 to 15 minutes to fill out? Yeah, sure. But like,
That's not bad.
yeah, I don't care because it's just like I'd rather them know
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I know for a fact they're not going to get approved. So I'd
Yeah.
rather them do that and see, okay, yeah, I'm not going to get
The
approved.
ones that are fighting it a little bit more, like they
Exactly.
really want, yeah. But if they're just like, no, I'm good. Well, let's do that. You're fucking take it and go.
Then I'm taking it.
Yeah, yeah, it's sick. I love it, dude.
Appreciate it.
Cool. What else do you want to give that is beneficial or important to you, like during presentation? Whether again you're kind of health underwriting, anything else that because ultimately now we got to transition to picking a price, application, banking, all that crap. So
Right.
how do you get there smoothly?
Yeah, I mean, it's I feel like it's just like second nature, right? So like
Yeah.
after we talk about medicals and all that other stuff, then I'm like, all right, cool, let's get into the price point of things. So what's the ultimate goal for you? Right, John? Like, is your main focus to build generational wealth, you know what I'm saying, and like have this type of money that you're gonna leave back for your family, you're gonna put it in trust X, Y, and Z, or is the goal for you to just build massive cash value to where you're gonna be able to leverage your money through life insurance, or is it a little bit of both? And they'll let me know. I'm like, all right, perfect. So if that's the case, this is what I would suggest. Now, I'm just suggesting to you. What I tell all of my clients is this. At the end of the day, the best policy out there in the world right now is an active policy. I'm not about to put you into something where 3, 4 months down the road, you're going to be like, Trey, I need to cancel. I need to do this. I need to do that. It's not happening with me. I'm not that person. What I will say is this. I want to know what you're going to feel comfortable contributing to a policy like this when you know all the benefits and what it can do for you. What are you going to feel comfortable paying? And then they give me a range. Once they give me a range, then that's when I go to work as far as the customization of everything.
You start playing with illustrations and stuff like that.
Exactly. But my main focus is I have to say that key part, which is active policy is the best policy.
I love that.
In
Yeah.
my early
Yeah.
days, I'm sick of damn chargebacks. Like I'm
Hell yeah.
over
Yeah.
it. So it's like I don't know. Like yes, it sounds sexy for you to put in 500 a month, but that doesn't mean anything if you ain't gonna be able to pay for it
Yeah.
for a long time. Like let's be honest, like life happens. So instead of 500, why don't we cut it down to maybe like 200 a month and you can overfund it?
Yeah.
I make it optional to where you can overfund it whenever you want to. Like I'd rather do that. You know what I'm saying? So it's quite a few different ways that I like to pivot, but I definitely stress the fact that listen, active policy is the best policy out there in the world.
You got some good one-liners, bro. I like
I
it.
appreciate it, man. Listen, I learned this from all different types of people.
Oh, yeah.
I learn from different people and then I bring it into
Yeah.
myself. So.
Are you just watching people remote or you go into places?
No,
or
I go to the office. So
You do?
I was with Financially Fluent, then I transitioned over to Polaris. And Polaris, we don't have a agency out here yet. Well, we don't have an office out here yet, but just being around different people in the office setting or in Discord where I'm able to listen. Like I'm never too good to not listen to people and pick up little small things. So
Y'all dial together in Discord?
oh, absolutely.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how me and my team.
What's the best? So I got this. Remember, I got this new little bass shop, and y'all that were watching that are in it, I love you, and I'm going to use this time to take advantage of this opportunity to let him tell you the benefits of dialing together in Discord because they don't listen to me, bro. Some do.
I mean,
Some do. There's pros and cons to it, of course.
of course.
But I would love to hear what you get out of it, man, and why because they hear. I know what I feel.
Right.
You know what I
Right.
mean?
You know, I say the reason why it's so important is just because like you get to have people it's scary, but you get to have people listen to you talk, right? People can
Yeah.
give you pointers. You might get stuck in an application, or you might get stuck on a call where a person might ask you a crazy question, and you be like, "All right, cool. Let me go ask my managing partner," and then you can hurry up and type it in the group chat, and we're there to help you right away and help you along the way and cheer you on instead of you just trying to do it solo. When you try to do it solo and you're not equipped to do it solo yet, like you're screwing yourself because now
Yeah.
that person's gonna hang up, or you're gonna have to put that person on hold and then try to call John, and John might be in a meeting or
Yeah.
whatever the case
Yeah.
might be. We're filming a podcast like right now, and it's just like
Yeah.
you got to have multiple people accessible to you. And
Sure.
yes, it might be a little scary to have to present in front of people, but believe it or not, if I see, I'll tell you my mentality. When I saw somebody else closing, I was like, I'm fucking up next. Like I have no choice.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm up next. So it actually motivated me to see other people closing, not make me feel some type of way. So
What up, y'all? So YouTube memberships, we have one now. Right next to the subscribe button, there's a neon white join button. You can't miss it. Subscribe, whatever it says. Click the link, get in there. I do a ton of coaching, teaching people how to dial, corrections, working on their presentations, working on their mindset. I will coach on theory, but I like coaching real world stuff. And if you join the membership section, you're going to see live coaching where I'm not only helping people, but every once in a while I get in there and dial myself. There's some cool videos coming out, tons of content.
All of the training videos will be directly on my YouTube channel. That's available to members only. Super easy to find.
In order to access them, you have to join our exclusive training videos tier. Do more does not get access to the training videos. So join now if you're interested. Click below. See you in there. And then at this point, you're doing it. You don't need necessarily the motivation.
no, not at all.
Now you're doing it. Why? Why do you still get in there?
Because it's important for my people to see me, right? Like I have this,
I gotta do that.
yeah, I was gonna say I have this saying where it's like, I do, we do, you do, right? So I'm gonna
I've
do
seen
it
that.
first, and then we're gonna do it together, and then you're gonna do it. You gotta take the train wheels off, right? So if they see me leading from the front, then they know it's possible because I'm doing it. But then I want to make sure while we're in Discord, we're doing something together. Like if I can help you out, if for example, or if we gotta hop on Zoom and I'm on Zoom, helping you do the application, but you're on the phone talking to them, we're gonna do this thing together. I wanted to make sure that you understand how I do things, and then after I do it and we do it together, it's time. It's time for you to shine.
Dang it. Are these presentations you're doing are on Zoom or phone or mix, or how do you
Mainly
how do you
phone,
do it?
but
It is.
mainly phone. But if I get any type of pushback, I'm sending over my Crankwheel link, and I'm closing on Crankwheel. So Crankwheel is a platform that allows you to send a text message link to whoever your client is, and they can click on that link, and then they'll get full access to your computer and like see your computer screen. And they'll have me on speakerphone, but I'm literally going through everything, and I can also turn on my web camera too, so they can see me as well. So it's essentially Zoom without them having to create a Zoom.
Oh, it's just easier. I was going to ask the
Way
difference.
easier. Yeah, it's way easier because
But it's
they
same
don't
for
have
you.
to create an account. All they do is
Got it.
they put me on.
Oh, it brings them right in.
Yeah,
Oh, it's like one of
yeah,
the customers I follow. Yeah, yeah.
exactly.
Got it. I'll have to check that out. That's dope.
Yeah, it's called Crankwheel, crankwheel.com.
I've heard of it. I didn't know the difference between it and Zoom.
Yeah, I mean, it's just easier for the client, especially if a client
Yeah.
doesn't have Zoom, then they got to go create an account. They got to download stuff.
What do you do in the situation, bro, where like they can't figure out the damn sign in anything? They can't find the button. They can't put their signature in. They can't put what's the trick, bro? Help a guy.
I don't know if there's a trick. I would just say you got to preach and you got to practice patience.
There's no way you can see anything that
there's nothing that you can see. But the thing is, this is where, you talked about it earlier, John. You got to know which carrier you're using. You got to know what the sign process looks like. And you got to master that shit, because you're going to have clients that can't figure it out. Literally, like I've had a client where, I was filling out a Mutual of Omaha application, and this client literally
tough.
oh my God, tell me about it.
Yeah.
He couldn't figure out why he couldn't move forward. Like it was all because he didn't scroll all the way down, and then instead of clicking save documents, click close and then apply e-signature. So it was just like you just gotta have patience. You gotta have patience, but you gotta
know it.
You gotta be the expert.
Yeah,
you gotta be the
and
expert.
they make all those documents too, right?
Yeah.
All of them. They make you can look at it and see it. Yeah,
exactly.
What's your favorites to use?
Right now, I
And
would
why?
definitely say for instant decision, Americo.
Yeah.
Anything longer than that, definitely NLG. I use MM a little bit just because they pretty much like they are
They
approving a
say
lot
yes.
of people. Yeah, like, they are approving a lot of people.
What product do you write in there?
With MM,
Final expense or
oh, the IUL.
IUL? Got it.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Got it.
So
Got it.
like
Got it.
if I'm getting a decline on Mutual of Omaha and America, definitely going MM because
Really?
I think
Okay.
they might
All
get
right.
approved. So
Enough said.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love it. I
Yep,
love it.
yep.
You ever messed in like the vet and trucker work? You said truckers, you do a little bit
I've
of.
done trucker,
Yeah.
I've done trucker, never done vet.
Never messed with the
I
vet.
heard. I mean, I've met some people that's like they talk to me and they like, yeah, I made Hall of Fame and I only work vet and
Yeah.
final expense list. I'm like, how in the fuck? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's how
Yeah.
I'm thinking because it's like, there's no way. But I respect those people even more because they put in the real grind. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like IUL is like sell they sell. They really have to like the final expense and vet leads. Like, you are on the phones consistently every single day. Like
Yeah.
hardcore, just dialing, dialing, dialing. So, yeah,
Yeah.
I give them more respect than anything because it's like I don't know how you do it. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I could do it. Let me stop lying. I could
Yeah.
definitely do it if I
You
ain't
could
have
definitely do, you could definitely do it.
yeah, I should say I definitely
It's
could
just
do
a,
it.
it's just a different game. It's
It
similar. It's
is.
similar, but it's different.
It
That's all.
is. It is.
Yeah. That's sick. That's my world. I never sold to IUL. My
Really?
own and kids, but I didn't have clients. No, they weren't really cool. And I mean, I hadn't sold in like 8 or 9 years full time.
Right.
And we had them. I sold like this little index UL America used to have
Okay.
sometimes.
Yeah, yeah.
But like the style in which we sell it today, the build the cash and borrow the money retirement,
Yeah.
and there wasn't really. We were so small as a company,
Yeah.
we were just trying to figure the fucking next day out.
Got you.
So they weren't. It wasn't really a big piece of our thing. We were selling all final expense, mortgage protection, shit like that. Again, we sell, a few people would sell them. Some annuity. I sold some annuities. I
Okay.
moved some of them suckers.
I've only sold one annuity.
Yeah.
That is
Those are fun.
what I do want to get into though. Yeah.
Those are fun. Those are fun. Cool. What are you doing? Let's close it up. What are you doing to close things down, deal with all the bullshit, the banking, the social, all just the normal stuff, dude. Unless you got something different, I'm assuming you deal with the same shit as everybody else.
Great. So when it comes to the social, first and foremost, first thing I'm doing is I'm going through everything through the application that's on that page, and I'm saving the social to last. Why? Because I want to get them on a yes train. I want them agreeing to everything, saying yes, or hey, yes, this is my date of birth. Yes, this is where I was born. Yes, I do have a job. You know what I'm saying? So I focus on that. And then when it comes down to the social, I'm like, again, I bring it back up. I'm like, listen, now we have to confirm identity. So with this, again, the main focus is it has nothing to do with credit, it has everything to do driving record, criminal history, and medical background. Now, you told me earlier that you have this, right? Like I take notes on it. And then they be like, yep, that's correct. Now, I was like, all right, so again, we do have to be honest on this application because if there's any discrepancies, it's going to be a flat out decline. Like it's going to be the quickest decline you've seen in your life. So one more time, right? Is this everything? Is this all the prescriptions that you're on? Are you completely helped? Like I just reiterated one more time. Then I'm like, all right, cool. So what's the social? And we go into it. I don't really get too much pushback. If I do, I'm sending crank wheel. But cool. We fast forward. Now we get into the banking information. What I do, regardless if it's on the application or not, I always go through a couple things. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now we're at the banking. It looks like we do have a potential chance of actually getting approved. So I'm excited for you. Now, when it comes to this, it's going to be $200 a month and you're going to get $450,000 worth of coverage, whatever. Now, my question to you is this. They are saying if you are officially approved, you have two options, which is we can either start the policy today, which means, you'll have immediate coverage. Most of my clients do this. And the only reason why is because we don't know when our last day is. So, if you want to do it, great. If you don't, that's okay as well. They're saying if right now isn't going to work, when is your next payday? Because that's the only other option we have.
Got it.
I don't do the whole wait 30 days, a month, and all this stuff.
Yep.
F that, right? Like, no, like you only got two options. It's either starting now or starting on your next payday. And then cool. We started on the next payday. So then after I'm going through that, I ask them all the time. And I'm like, listen, hey, so you're going to be the payer on the account, correct? Yes. All right. And then I ask them this regardless if it's on the application or not. in the past 2 years, have you ever been convicted of money laundering, or have you ever filed for bankruptcy? And they'll be like, no. And the reason why I ask that is because I want them to know if they try to give me pushback on why they need the banking information, I'll refer it back like this. I'll be like, okay, cool. So the reason why we need this banking information is just like we needed your social. Your social was to confirm if you were honest about your driving record, your criminal history, as well as your medical background. This is going to be, this is going to confirm if you're being honest about have you ever been convicted of money laundering, or if you've ever, filed for bankruptcy. I don't know. You're telling me that, but I don't know that. Like, so don't get mad at me. We have to confirm that. And so then they're like, oh, okay, cool. So then when we get into the banking part, I'm like, all right, cool. Which bank are we putting on file? They'll tell me. Cool. Whole time I'm over here searching up what the routing number is and what state it is. So I'll be like, all right, perfect. So it looks like Mutual of Omaha is actually partners with with
Whoever.
Navy Federal. Yeah, we'll say Navy Federal. They're partners with Navy Federal. So the routing number did populate. However, I'm not 100% sure if it's the right one. So what I want to do is I want to confirm this with you. So whenever you're ready, I'll read off the routing number and you let me know if it's the right one or not. Whole time I know what the correct routing number is. I purposely mess up that last number on purpose just to make sure that they're telling me the truth.
Do you really?
Every time. I'll be like, all right, because I know Navy Federal like the back of my hand. So it's 256-074-974. That's the real one. I'll say 256-074-973. Just to see if they're going to tell the truth or not. Because they'll be like, oh, no. Or they'll be like, yeah, that's right. I'm like, okay. And I'll be like, okay, are you sure?
It.
And then they actually go, they were like, oh, I wasn't checking. I'll go check. All right, perfect. So go check because I might be. I'll call them off on their bluff. Like, I need to know that you're serious about this. Like, don't waste my time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let's go. Right. So I purposely mess up that last digit on purpose every single time. I don't care what routing number I pull up. I mess it up on purpose.
Good for you, dude. That's so sick. I love it. Cool. And that's really it, dude.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Put a little bow on it.
There we go.
Call it a day. Get back on the phone.
Get back to the next one.
Oh, man. I love it. Well, wrapping up, anything that you, I always ask, like anything I should have asked you that I didn't, that you want to share?
I mean, I feel like we covered a lot. We talked about my team, and then we got into, my mentality, and then we talked about my routine and everything like that. I think the only thing that I could leave, for the guys and girls that are watching is just like, understand you have to put in the work. Like this is not meant to be easy, but you have the right, I would imagine you have the right systems and processes in place to where it's hard for you to like fail if you're showing up every single day giving 100%. I tell my guys this all the time. You can't come in and give 100% work ethic, great attitude, be a student and suck. Like it's not realistic. At some point you're going to get good. And at some point that number's going to hit and you're just going to be able to go to the next level. So it'll click for you. So that would probably be the last thing I will leave you with. This is just like, just put in the work, get after it. It gets better later. But you have to get yourself.
Seen it?
No way. See, come on, baby. Come on. Absolutely. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So again, Dan himself said it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that would be my last advice. Just put in the work. I promise you it does.
I love it. My man. I appreciate your time, dude. Thanks for sharing. Bro, if I can help in your journey, hit me up.
Absolutely.
Don't be shy, my man.
I'm definitely hitting you up for sure.
Keep crushing it, bro.
I got you. I appreciate you, man.
I do. Good chatting.
Yes, sir.
Hey guys, if you've enjoyed the podcast or any of the previous episodes, if you're on Spotify or any of the other Apple podcast platforms, would love if you'd go in and leave a review for us. If you're watching on YouTube, comment, like, subscribe, share, do all the things. We'd greatly appreciate it. Helps get the word out to everybody. Appreciate you, and we'll see you on the next one.